Most of you guys, you try hard, but you still get no views, right? Your ideas might be good, but your thumbnails don't actually make people click. And at the end of the day, if your video gets ignored, it doesn't matter how good it is, right? Like your thumbnail is 80% of your video success, maybe even 90, right? The packaging, the thumbnail and title. Because if you don't get somebody to click, like who cares how good your video actually is? Like it could be the best video ever. You could have the best intro. It could be super entertaining, super funny. But if you're not actually getting people to click and, watch your video, then, what's the point? So basically in this lesson, I'm going to break down how to make your thumbnails, like pretty much make your videos go viral every single time, right? By making your thumbnails really good. So this is the click test. I know I've made a video on this before, right? Which is the 1 second rule, but this is a little bit more in depth. So people, they scroll fast. Like I know you guys do it yourselves, but like literally this fast, right? They don't give you a chance. They're just on here, whatever they see, and they just like, oh, I'm gonna click on this. That's basically what they're doing. So your thumbnail really just has to like stand out and, make them curious. It has to match the title, but not repeat it. These are the 3 questions people are asking, basically. And if the answer is no to any, you have to remake your thumbnail, redo whatever you're doing, because you're going to lose their click, right? You're not going to get them to click on your video. This is the SysRad formula, or however you want to say it. This is from Mr. Beast actually, but this is basically how you make your thumbnails, viral thumbnails every single time, right? So it starts off with curiosity, which is the main thing. What is actually, or not what's going on here, but this is the question you want to make them ask, right? You basically want them to feel the need to click on your video. Mr. Beast does this very well. Pretty much every thumbnail, you're like, what the hell? Like, what is going on here? I have to click on this. Recent video, not as much, but like, let's say this one, lose 100 pounds, win $250,000. Why would I not click on that? Like, does he lose the 100 pounds? Does he win $250,000? Does this actually play out, right? There's so many questions I'm asking myself. That's basically what you want your viewers to do, right? Like if you go to Misery, who's been doing really well recently with his Fortnite videos, you can see his thumbnails, they literally, match this. Like for example, I built my dream gaming room setup. What does it look like before? What does it look like after? What happens on day 1? What happens on day 3, right? I'm asking myself questions here, right? I finally got a new keyboard. Well, do I understand what keyboard that is? I mean, I know it's the Wu-Tang, right? Because I know what keyboard that is, but regular viewers that watch the channel might not know, and they have to click on the video to figure it out. Banned from FNCS, like, that's making me curious, right? That's the first step, make them curious. Then it's the idea, right? The image shows the main idea of the video. Basically, if your video is talking about whatever your video is talking about, it needs to be portrayed in the thumbnail. You obviously, like for example, if he did, I built my dream gaming room setup, and he had, I don't know, a Fortnite render with like on a desktop, or I don't know, something stupid like that. That's basically just off topic. Don't want to do that. You want to make sure it actually makes sense. Only have 2 to 3 subjects on screen. The use your own gameplay, don't worry about that too much. This is more of just like, don't steal people's thumbnails, or if you're gonna show your face, or like for example, if Maddox is still on the call, for Maddox, you know how he's doing like a McDonald's video where he's speedrunning to Unreal inside of McDonald's. Basically, for his thumbnail to go viral, he would have to either show himself inside of McDonald's in the thumbnail, having his face, or in the thumbnail, or like showing McDonald's. Honestly, hold up. Did the guy who did it in school show his face? Wait, real ranked. I think he did. Yeah, he did. So maybe showing his face contributed to the success of that thumbnail. And then obviously, don't promise something your video doesn't deliver, but you can be clickbait about it, and then make sure it stands out from other Fortnite thumbnails. That's pretty obvious. And then this is what most of you guys get wrong, right? So you copy big creators without knowing what worked. I talked about that in the last mirror board lesson I made. You need to figure out exactly why people are clicking on their thumbnail. Never put the same text in the title and thumbnail unless, it's like 1 word, 2 words. But like I'm going to show you later on, you never want to do this, right? Because it's just repeating. Make sure there's emotion. That's the main thing. And then obviously don't add too much to your thumbnail. I know Davey does, but I don't know. I feel like his face low-key carries it. But yeah, viewers won't notice your video if you do those. So here's an example of a good thumbnail versus a bad thumbnail, right? So this is Misery's thumbnail. I covered the views, but you guys probably already know how many views this video got. But you can see it's very, very simple, right? Clean background, only 3 objects: background, character, and this object over here, right? This makes you curious. It's Peterbot, first of all, best Fortnite player in the world. He's asking him, want to carry me? And Peterbot's typing, right? So I want to click on this video to figure out, did Peterbot respond to him? What did he say, right? Zoomed in face with emotion, like she's looking like, oh my God, you know, whatever happened in this video is insane, which is making me want to click. You know, I want to find out what happens next. Very basic. And then obviously title, I asked 100 pros. If Peterbot's responding, maybe Clicks did, maybe Booga did, you know, like what other pros responded. And then this is a pretty bad thumbnail. This is an example I have for you guys. You can see there's way too much going on in the background. It's actually kind of confusing because I'm pretty sure this is from like the Season X map. There's no emotion on the character's face. It makes no sense. I'm pretty sure this is just like a random render. I mean, if it's saying the new Fortnite season is goated, she should be shocked or something, not like looking all confident like she won a game. And then it repeats the title on the thumbnail, new Fortnite season, and it's getting covered. This is just super distracting, right? You can obviously see the difference. And then, of course, you can see the difference in views, 67 versus 70,000. Okay, so this is how you're going to make clickable Fortnite thumbnail, right? First of all, it's basically just 3 steps, right? So just like this, 3 different subjects, it's 3 steps, right? So first you have your main subject, either your face or a Fortnite skin with emotion. Very simple. You can use 2 characters in a thumbnail, but for those type thumbnails, it would have to be a story, like how Falca does it, where he has 2 or 3 characters like this. It would have to be like a story or something like this where it actually makes sense, but that's a little bit more advanced. You really have to know Blender to do that, or just use your own face. That's what I'm gonna start doing in my thumbnails. Hopefully that works well. We're gonna see what happens, but pretty sure it will, as long as I have enough expression in my face. And then, you know, make that the main focal point. Then for your background, obviously, if it's competitive or a tournament, use a tournament leaderboard. Most of the time you're just gonna be using a Fortnite map. You're always gonna have like a Fortnite background, like similar to these, how they're inside of the map. That's mainly for these are for like competitive videos. In Jamfire's case, I'm pretty sure with documentary videos, you literally can just use. No, this actually made sense. The Zone Wars background, Jamfire, that actually makes sense because it relates to the video. Like they're 1v1ing.
Yeah, I thought it did, yeah.
So, and then for documentaries, you can use a black background because it makes the character's face stand out. And then, you know, if it's funny, have something going on, you can research practically everybody here. If you guys go to the Viral Idea Bank, you can literally look at all their thumbnails and get an idea for what works, what doesn't work based off the outlier scores. So yeah, you can see one subject or one main subject, which is this loadout, arrow pointing at it, some text, very simple. One main subject, look and determine, try to Fortnite as a complete beginner. I guess not too sure on the viewer psychology behind the background, but you know, it worked. And then you can see, here's another good example. Can sharing a screen to an AI help you win an OG Fortnite? Obviously, I'm clicking on this because it looks like he has ESP. You know, if I click on this, maybe I'll learn how to use Google Gemini to practically fucking, you know, cheat in Fortnite. You know, that's why I'm clicking on that. And then it's one subject. It's inside the Fortnite map. Makes sense. So you have those. You have your background. You have the main subject. And then, you know, one item that makes people curious. Just like how we looked at with the this thumbnail. That's our one item, right? Peterbot, the text. You could change this like, you know, a Discord text box or like it doesn't have to be Twitter, but basically having Peter to respond you in an I Ask 100 Pros video is pretty insane. So, you know, it could be anything, right? It could be a crazy stat or glitch. You know, like I said, a speech bubble. You can point at it, but most of the time, if it's this big, then people are going to see it. Again, look at some more examples back in here. You can pretty much see this play out in every single thumbnail. Text, one main subject, makes you curious because that's the FNCS pickaxe. FNCS pickaxe, text, one main subject, text, background makes sense because that's looking like OG Fortnite, and it's a 6-year competitive Fortnite progression. Look and determine, same thing, tournament background. So you guys get the gist. If I were you and I was like, you know, just getting in to making your own Fortnite thumbnails, I would study a lot of these because a lot of these guys are obviously doing something right if they're getting this many views. So
one of them's me.
Yep, right here. Yep, text, arrow pointing, main subject, tournament background, makes sense. And then
by the way, real quickly come in this. I don't know what it is, like me, do I start using, like, what I've noticed, right, is I get better CTR with worse thumbnails, like, just objectively worse. So I'd get a $5 designer and it would do better than Ariel. Like, literally, I had a worse,
maybe the
I don't know, like this.
Let me see.
Like, bro, it's just like, that thumbnail is crazy.
Which one?
and it got worse CTR than usual.
This one?
Recent. Yeah.
I think it's mainly because maybe it's just the emotion on these two. You're dropped. Wait, hold up. I remember seeing this other day and it didn't make sense. I was actually gonna tell you something about this. Let me remember. I dropped my FNCS trio for little bro, and he's saying you're dropped. So they're thinking that that's you. I think I was gonna tell you about that yesterday.
Okay, so
like, why'd you drop me?
Yeah, maybe. Hold on, so real quickly, I have like a render. This is just like a hard. I'm not using this, but I'm gonna use something like it. I'll just DM you it.
Okay, cool.
Does this make sense?
Let me see. Okay.
So
Yeah,
I'm literally pretty much, what is it called? If I outplace little bro, then I give him a computer. If that makes sense, because I have his controller in his hand, because he like plays on an Xbox. He's reaching for a PC that I have in my hand, which I'm giving him, of course. And then the text would be like he did it or something like that, because like he did it because he got the PC. I don't know if that makes.
This actually here. Let me see this exact video. Didn't Davey do something?
Oh, digital. Oh, digital.
Oh, digital.
He
Yeah,
did?
Davey as well.
I don't care, bro. I'm switching to digital content because like actually my viewers are genuine toddlers. I'm just noticing that.
Yeah.
Like I don't know,
Digital,
man.
Stop uploading, bro.
No, he's still uploading. It's just, bro, it's that hard. No, you know Rickson, right? He dropped me to start editing for digital, which I respect because he's getting so much money for it. Right? It's normal. I get that. And bro, like his videos are like 4,000 word scripts, and it has like 100 gigabytes worth of gameplay.
Damn.
So, and you have to get replays for that. So you could see how long that takes.
Okay, so this is where you're getting the idea from, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Hey, bro's using the method, you know, the 3% rule. But yeah, it makes sense. I mean, there's one main subject or thing going on here. Makes sense, little bro.
Like if I got this from Ariel, right? Do I just tell him to make it more simple? Because I noticed that my simpler thumbnails do somewhat better. I don't know. Like I literally make them myself and they do better for some odd reason. Or do you think that's just like just stupid?
Yeah, let's see. Okay, what thumbnail would you say is Ariel? Which
Bro,
one?
look at popular. My top 2 videos are basically all. That one's Ariel.
Okay.
Or like, of course, there's videos that do bad when like. Okay, hold on. Like, there's so much stuff that isn't Ariel. See, like, do you see it go down? We won. Like, right, like, then did he do the wrong idea? You think?
Well, look at it. It's like remember I said about 1 second. This is what people are doing. So when they're scrolling and like they're scrolling and they see boom, or actually it's hard to see the FNCS pickaxe, right? Which is important for the thumbnail. This is a FNCS thumbnail, so that would need to be bigger. And then it's kind of hard to see who that is. They're blending into the background.
No, I'm more confused about the like other than just the thumbnail not making sense. It just wouldn't make sense to get only 10,000 views on the other one. But the editing was like actually just
the worst trio wins FNCS. I've learned that the worst with Fortnite videos specifically never do well. Like putting worst in your thumbnail.
Oh, I got 100K on that a while back, so I just did it again.
Which one?
Yeah, there you go. It's really bad. Like, look, the worst duo plays FNCS again got 25,000, which isn't that good, but like go down even more. Like, I actually did such bad thumbnails back then. There you go. Somewhere around here. Or did I just delete that shit? Or am I just stupid? Am I stupid right now? Or am I not seeing it?
Honestly, don't even know how some of these performed. I mean, that kind of makes sense. I won the solo cash cup. You have a yacht in the background.
I feel like that's the thing. Like, that's the thing. At the end of the day, I feel like this was so much different content back then. Like, this was actually just the thing. Like, Davies content was just the thing back then, to be honest.
Yeah, and Ken.
Dude, like, my point is, right? I edited the little bro video myself, right? Like, of course, Rickson's editing is better, right? And I'm not saying, like, but, like, what I'm trying to say is if for some odd reason, simpler stuff works for me better. I don't know. Like, if me editing it would usually result in me editing it and me editing it and me editing it and doing everything myself, basically, would result in a better result, basically. Would result in better stuff. I don't know how that makes sense, but.
Okay, look, these two thumbnails side by side, right? If someone's just scrolling, let's say, well, this one did well too, right? We have a working format, so you just repeat that type of video.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'd want to repeat the format, but I don't know how I would do that. How would I do that? And I dropped my emphasis true for a little bit.
Okay, look, let's see.
Do that format.
So for this video specifically, definitely change this because it doesn't make sense. Like they're reading, I dropped, and it's saying you're dropped from this guy, so they think that's you. So I would definitely make this like, why'd you drop me, or like whatever.
Or do I just change the title?
You're dropped. My trio dropped me, so I won FNCS with little bro. Because I think what's
I can see
happening here
that,
is,
sure.
I think what's happening is when you say I won with little bro, that's crazy. It's like, what? You won with your little brother? Are you kidding me? And then I hired a pro to carry little bro, which is basically, carry. Obviously, if you're carrying somebody, you're doing well. I think this is like, there's nothing that's saying you're doing well. I dropped my FNCS trio for little bro, and then one FNCS. Like, there's nothing. Like, I don't want to click this.
So
basically, and then there's a tournament and there's a tournament happening. Maybe, and then also default skin. Maybe default skin, move them to the side this way a little bit, so it's like this half of the screen, and then have her over to the side a little bit, and then maybe have another like background like this. Or honestly, I would do this.
so hold on, what's the title again?
You need to add I1 or a tournament. Did you play a tournament in this?
Yeah, I played turning that.
Okay, let's go look at the drop videos that get thousands of views. Okay, my pro trio dropped me. Here we go. So I won FNCS is usually what happens here. I dropped my FNCS trio for little bro, or
Dropped.
no, I would do my trio drop me for little bro. Wait, I dropped my FNCS trio for little bro and one FNCS. I'm trying to think here. How about I won FNCS after getting dropped by my trio or something like that? Let's see, what would spark the most curiosity? Wait, let me move this on the screen. Hold up.
So then this.
Come back, yeah.
Or what if I just? Oh no. Or like.
I dropped my FNCS. I don't like I dropped my FNCS. My trio dropped.
Wait, hold on. What if I hit the O1 digital here? Hold on. Go to O1 digital and then look at like the rizzing this sister, bro. What if I just replace that sister with low, bro, and then not rizzing, of course.
Yeah, I see. I get what you're saying. My FNCS. Oh, yes. No. Yes. Drop me. Wait, hold up.
My FNCS trio dropped me, so I won with low brow. Or so I won. Let's just do so I won, right? And not have low brow in it.
One. They always do capital. I would do that. Yeah, I think this would be a lot better.
Well, let's send the title over. I don't care. I'm desperate at this point, bro. I'll just try whatever I need. If it blows, it blows. I don't know.
Yep. My FNCS drop.
Should I just like try what is it called, like a thumbnail one more time with Ariel? Like, cause you agree like that, like a PC one work, right? Like that would be good, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And then I'll just do that. I'll try that, and if it still doesn't work, then I'll just start doing my simple theory just makes sense then.
Yeah, I think
Well,
something
could you
like
give me?
I think something like this. Look at my screen share.
Yeah, this is good. Yeah, I've already been watching. Hold on, just copy and paste this. I don't care. I'm not thinking about it because like the video has no spark anyway. It's not doing anything right now special anyway.
Honestly,
So like
bro,
I'm better off just trying it.
Maybe try this. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like this will broad up to a bigger audience. Little bro is like more like it makes sense. But I would say little, like, wouldn't this be good? I feel like this looks like I would click this. This looks good. I would click this.
All right, we'll send it over.
Bet.
Send over
Try it
title
out.
real quick.
Try it out. I sent it in chat.
That's the thing. I don't know. The video did bad. That's what I think, right?
So like, you gotta
if I just
you gotta sketch out what you're going with before you send it to Ariel. I think what you should have did is do this, right? So come here. Obviously, 3% rule. Find a thumbnail that worked. You looked at this and you said, my FNCS dropped me because this is where you're getting your idea from. So it's 2 characters and then character right here, right? Now, first of all, what's the idea in the video before you even made the thumbnail? What was the idea for the video? What happens here?
Well, what the idea was, right, is my trio dropped me, right?
Okay.
I had no idea of what I was gonna do. I didn't have a trio or nothing. So I had my final idea was playing with Lil Brow.
Okay.
So I play with so that technically I won. Yeah.
Okay, so we're taking my trio dropped me thumbnail, and then we're taking your viral I won tournament with Little Bro thumbnail. So we'd basically just take this and then my trio dropped me. Let's go find a viral one. Obviously this one performed the best. Oh, peace out, Kai. Have a great night. So we have these 2 thumbnails, right? So you would keep the same format of him on top of you, like this. Actually, I can draw it out. All right, so you have this right here. This could be our thumbnail box. Okay, so it would be your teammates wanting to get back with you. Let's say it's a background like that, and then you would literally just be you with your little brother. And so you guys are over here, excited, holding a trophy because you won the tournament and everything together, and your trio is like trying to get back to you, like, bro, we're sorry, bro. Why'd you drop us? Whatever. We're sorry for dropping you. And it's you and little bro winning. You understand what I'm saying? So you just combine these 2.
So just for next video, because I can't get a whole new thumbnail now.
I know, of course. So next video, if you want, literally just text me your idea or like draw, and I'll literally just like.
Well, you already know it.
What is it?
You already know it. Well, with the PC.
Oh, well, that's still gonna work because it's literally the same video bro uploaded. Like, there's nothing different. Is there anything?
Yeah, basically just instead of But yeah, instead of that one like yellow skin, it's gonna be my skin. I don't know. I don't know. I wanna
I
maybe
offered a
that's the thing.
console.
I don't wanna fully just copy, right? Because I was thinking I offered little bro a PC if you could outplace me, or little brother. I don't know.
I would do little
What are
brother
those two
because it
though?
would be broader. I feel like you would get more people to click.
I don't know. Last time I did little bro, it got 480,000 views, so I've just been
True.
sticking with that.
True. Of course. Bro, I'm clicking on that, bro. What? He did it like with that. Yeah, that's a great thumbnail. No, that works perfectly, bro. If you got any other questions, any feedback you need, DM me. My DMs are always open. But yeah, bye y'all.
Right.
See ya. All right, that is it for the video, guys. If you guys did get any value from this video, I recommend joining the free Discord because we do have a free weekly call every single Saturday. That was the elite call you guys just watched, but this free elite call every single Saturday, it's very, very helpful. This Discord also has a ton of stuff in it. As you can see, look, there's free resources, there's thumbnail templates, tons of stuff in here. And if you're trying to get onto these calls, like the call you just watched, make sure you guys join elite. Look, Jamfire channel was literally dead and he got 82,000 views on his recent video, or now his other most recent or second to last video. X Rhodesy, he's been making content for 3 years and his recent video got not 10,000 views. I'm pretty sure it's at 25,000. It's Kai, he got, I think that's at 2,000 now. He's like a 13-year-old blowing up. Look, tons of results. Go check it out. Link in the description. I hope you guys got some value from this. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace out. See you in the next one.